Okay, everybody. So I started crafting and I completely forgot that I wanted to videotape me crafting, at least this part of the crafting. So I stopped and turned on the camera. I hope you can hear me. I'm using that new mic. And I'm going to put the camera down so you can see what I'm working on. Alright, so basically I'm trying to make myself, I'm cutting these composition books. This one is a graphed one. This is a regular one. See, my cuts aren't that great right there. I'll clean that up later. So I'm cutting them down. This is the regular size. So I'm cutting about an inch and a quarter off of the width because I'm making a traveler's notebook using a Dollar Tree placemat, but I want it composition size, just skinnier. Before I deconstruct my, let me show you. I was gonna make this into a traveler's notebook and punch holes in it, and before I do that though, I want to make sure that this is the size that I want before I deconstruct this, even though it was only $10 for this notebook at Hobby Lobby. I don't want to destroy it until I'm sure that that's what I want to do. So this is all like Dollar Tree stuff. I'm in a tight spot in the library. Anywho, so I've cut this cover off already, and I'm using this roller Fiskars, and it's a cutter. It's a rotary cutter. It's a rotary cutter. So when you the blade is completely covered now. When you pull it up, when you pull it down, the blade is visible. So up, the blade is hidden, and the blade is up. Okay. And I'm also using an X-Acto knife as well for the papers. It's just easier for me. The cover I cut with this, but I don't like the way this works when I cut papers. So when I cut the paper, I use the X-Acto knife and a metal ruler and a pencil. So, okay. So I cut the cover off and I drew the line. Let me show you. I drew the line where the cover stops because I'm making the papers just inside the line. And I'm also using my cutting mat to protect the table. So I'm going to put the cutting mat in between the papers and the back cover because I don't want to cut the back cover. I'm cutting it slightly shorter than the line. So I hope you can see this. It's probably not the greatest angle. So the line is here, and I'm cutting just inside the line by just a teeny weeny bit, like a milliliter or so. Very, 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 very little bit. Bless you, TT. So you just hold your ruler down very firm while you're cutting. Then you have the front cover, the pages. See how the pages are cut just inside the cover by just a smidge. And these composition books are plastic. These covers are plastic, so they're pretty cool. So then what I did is I took the front cover and used it as a guide to draw a line for the back cover. And now I'm going to cut the back cover. And then I use the rotary for the back cover because it's plastic. 1, 2, 3 composition books. And the red graph paper one will be my planner, my monthly calendar and planner. This one will be all the money stuff, YouTube, Teespring, Etsy, PayPal, all the money. And this will be a journal, just for me to write and get some thoughts out. Yeah, all that. I'm going to put them in this order, I think. Okay, so I cut down the notebooks and I cut down the placemat. So I had to take a 1/2 inch off of each, off the width, and 1 inch on each side. So basically you take 1 inch off the width and 2 inches off. So I took 1 inch here off, 1 inch here off, 1/2 inch here off, 1/2 inch here off. And I will go and round the corners later. And I marked my holes. That's where I'm going to put my holes. And I bent it to make a spine. So you see the 3 ridges where the holes are. So I'm going to make, I'm going to try and get 4 elastics. This is all the elastic I have. I don't know if it's going to work. Interesting. We're going to see. So, and I have a curved needle. That's what I poke the holes with. So I'm going to poke the holes from the outside in, because the plastic tends to have the little pieces when you poke. So I can kind of see the holes. And I'm going to pull the whole needle through because the elastic's pretty thick. So there's one hole. Okay. Here's another hole. If you hear talking, that's Tia. She's over here talking. She doesn't know I'm filming. Okay, and then I'm going to do the other side. Let's hold it up to the light. One hole. Two. And I meant to go to the craft store and get more elastic, but I forgot to stop. Alright, so I have the holes poked on the top and bottom. Okay. Now this is the really hard part. Threading it. So you start with, it doesn't matter which end, but you start with an end. At least I remember. It's been a long time since I've done this. I was making these last year like crazy as a way to be creative. Then I ended up giving them all away to some of my students in my after school DIY/crafting group. So I'm taking the needle and I'm putting it on top of the elastic, trying to push it in the hole because the hole is smaller than the elastic. And I don't have that little teeny hole punch. They make a little teeny hole punch. Let me see if my regular hole punch, that's going to be a big hole though. They do make a hole punch that punches a smaller hole than the regular hole puncher, but I don't have that. So we're just going to finagle this bad boy in here. Okay, I got it in. So you go into the first hole to about halfway and you leave it. Then you take the other end and you go into the middle hole. So I'm going into the middle hole. Okay. So first hole you go in and you leave it halfway. Okay. First hole you go in, you leave it halfway. Second end, the other end, you go in the middle and you pull it all the way out. Okay. Now I'm going to go into the middle hole because this one is in the middle hole. So I'm going to go in here through the middle hole. And I had to make the holes a little bit bigger with my X-Acto knife. So I just took the very tip and spun it around a little bit, just to make the holes slightly bigger. So now I'm taking the long one that I pulled all the way through in the middle, and I'm going to thread it through the middle hole. Again, I'm laying the elastic on the hole and pushing through with my needle. So the needle is pushing the elastic through, and I can't get a close-up of this, I'm sorry. So there's the needle, push the elastic through, and then I can just use the tip of the needle to pull it the rest of the way through. It's very loud. Okay, so you want it snug, but not tight, you know? So see, I went in through that one. Now we're gonna go in from the outside on this hole on the end here. Okay, so we're gonna take our elastic. And like I said, I'm gonna try and get 4 loops. I would love to have 5 or even 6. Oh, I don't want to use that because that'll cut. I want to use the needle. So use the needle to push it through. And there, it popped through. So making the holes bigger helps it to go all the way through again. So now we have a line on this side, and we have a line on that side, on opposite ends. Okay, and now we're going to go in. Here we go. This one, we pulled it in from this end, and now we're going to stay on this hole now. So we're going to go in this hole. So you keep the line straight. You go, whatever hole you go in, you go out that hole. Whatever hole you go out, you go in that hole. So you keep the line straight. Okay, we pull this through. I'm sorry about all the noise. There are people around too. Okay, I want it snug, but not tight. Okay, so now I've got 2 lines, or 2 elastics, and I think I have enough to go through a couple more times. So this was our starting one. Now we're going to take this one and go back in through the middle. Go back in through the middle. So the middle's going to have 2. The middle's going to have elastics going in twice, which makes it hard because you got an elastic already in there and you got to force another one in there. So that's why that makes it even tighter to get through. You hear TT over there mumbling to herself. Your mumblings are on the video. I told them, I said, listen to her mumbling to herself. I don't know what she's watching, but she's talking to it. Alright. Now, okay. And now we're going to pull this through. Okay, and I need to loosen that, I can tell already, because when I pulled it tight. Okay, so now, so as you can see, the middle has 2 straps through it, right? and we're gonna go in through the middle, because remember we came out through the middle. We're gonna go in through the middle, and I'm gonna try and get this through 2 more times if I can, so I can have 5 or 6 elastics even. I'm gonna try it. We're gonna see. I don't know if it'll work, but we're gonna try it, because I like to have 6 or more elastics on my traveler's notebooks, because I'm one of those weird people that likes a lot of notebooks. And sometimes when I make divider pockets, I don't want them around my notebook. I want them on their own elastic. So depending on my mood. I'm gonna pull that out just a smidge because it gets tight. Okay. Now we're going back in this hole that we have empty, because when we come back up, it can tie onto this one, and that gives us 4 strings. But I'm gonna do a little something to see if I can get a 5th string. So we're gonna go in that hole. Because I think I can get a 5th or even a 6th string on this. I'm gonna try. Alright, so normally that would be it. We would stop there. We would tie these pieces together and we would have 4 elastics. 1, 2 in the middle, and 1 on the end. But I'm gonna go back through this hole, and I'm gonna jump over to this one and go down, and then jump over to the end, and then come up and tie it, so I can have 2 on each. I want 2 on each hole. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I got 6 straps, 2 on each hole. It's a little bit tight, as you can see, because it's bowing. Once you put the notebooks in, it'll be fine. Let me show you. So you turn to the middle of your notebook. Find the middle of the notebook. Yeah, this one didn't get cut very well. Look at that. I was rushing. There. All your notebooks are in. Now you will get a little bit of a bend here, but that's because this is plastic. It's not leather, like the real traveler's notebooks are made of leather. So you will get that, but that doesn't bother me. It's a Dollar Tree placemat, so it's fine with me. It is what it is. So yeah, there you go. Traveler's notebooks. 3 composition books cut down into a traveler's notebook. Nice and chunky, and I left space because I know I'm going to be filling it with some other things, and as you fill it, it gets fatter this way, and then if you make your edges to exactly the same length as your notebooks, your edges will show, and I don't like that. I hate that. So as I add my so I have some, I'm going to be making some pockets for it. As I make things and put them in, it'll get fatter and chunkier this way, and then as the edges shrink up, they'll start lining up. But by then I'll have everything in it that I want in it. Alright, I'll show you the finished results. Okay guys, it is all done, and it is super chunky. I added a 4th notebook in here. So there's 4 cut down composition books. So I'm still in the library, so we're going to be leaving soon, but I wanted to show you this. Okay, so I forgot that you also need an elastic around the middle, and I had this because I ran out of black. I had this clear jewelry elastic that I use, and I made it tight because it is very chunky. And again, I cut the placemat down. So this is a Dollar Tree zipper pouch, and I taped it on to the back of this regular clear TN pocket. This is a regular traveler's notebook pocket that would go in a regular size traveler's notebook. So I just put a piece of Gorilla Tape until I can find. I should have gotten 2 of these. I did get 2, but I needed one for something else, so I need to go get another one of these, and then I'll tape those 2 together and have 2 zipper pouches. But I had these in my other, my regular size traveler's notebook. I had these in there, some pockets that I made. So here's the first composition book that I cut down. This is my calendar. So far I only have May. I usually do monthly planning. I'm going to try and do weekly planning, but I don't have enough going on that I need to do weekly planning. So I just decorated for the month of May all red because it's my birthday month. And there's nothing else in there. And I like the dot grid for calendar better than the regular lines. Okay, I added this one. You didn't see me cut this one down because I added it later. This is a Dollar Tree composition book, and I'm using it for social media, YouTube, my website, Instagram, and Facebook. On this page, I have some yearly goals for each one. This is the YouTube section, website section, Instagram section, Facebook section. So some things I want to do over the course of the year. And then here I have May video ideas, and then for May I'm going to write the title of each video and the number for the month, and that's all that I have. So with all of these composition books, I went ahead and glued every 2 pages together, so I get less pages that way, but when I use markers then I don't have any bleed through. Here's the other Dollar Tree zipper pouch, and it is taped to the Dollar Tree folder that I have my receipts in. So these are all receipts. And I cut a little notch out here for the elastic to stay in. If the elastic would stay in the notch, then it doesn't, this folder doesn't creep over. So this is my monthly budget for May, and I just took a piece of Gorilla Tape and glued a few pages of a Dollar Tree notepad here. Put a piece of washi tape and wrote May budget. These are my monthly reoccurring bills that I get every month. So I need to write Geico, which I just paid $64, and cell phone I just paid was $63. I haven't quite figured out gas yet. I'm going to put a little question mark there because I'm not quite sure how much I'm spending in gas. It depends on if I travel or not. So I'm leaving that blank for now, and I'll track it this month and see how much I spend. And so inside this elastic, between the pouch and the receipt holder, I have the green composition book. That's my finance book. So this tracks all of my spending: YouTube, income, t-shirt, business, e-com, Etsy shop, PayPal. All of it will be tracked here. Any money that comes in or goes out will be tracked here. So I already started my May tracker. This is everything that I had come in, and my months go from the YouTube pay, because I get paid monthly. So the 23rd for the 23rd. So my month for May, quote unquote May, has already started because I got paid today. I got paid April 23rd, and I'll get paid again on May 23rd. So that's how my months go. So it's off month. But I title it May. I title it May because it's mostly the month of May. So these are all the transactions. So I date what kind of transaction. Was it a direct deposit, a cash, or did I use my debit card? The store, the amount, either coming or going, the category that it fits in according to this monthly reoccurring bill, or budget rather, and the category balance and then my bank balance, because the bank balance is going to be different than the category balance. If I allot myself $50 for planning and crafting and I spend money out of that budget, I need to know how much I have left in that budget, plus I also need to know how much is in my bank account as well. So I think I'll take a picture of this and I'll put it up on the screen somewhere, maybe right in here, so you can see what I have so far. What I had come in today and what I had go out today. I had several things come out today because I pay all my bills on payday, even though they're not due until sometime in May. I always pay them early when I have the money. Okay. And this yellow one, the last yellow composition book, this is going to be my journal. This one I'm going to decorate the inside of this cover. And I'm going to decorate the inside of this cover. I just haven't decided what yet. So this one is college ruled, and the reason I used this one because it was the only college rule I was able to find. The rest are wide ruled, and I don't necessarily like wide rule. I prefer college ruled. But so because this is journaling and writing, I went ahead and used this one for that, because it was the only college rule, and this one I found at Target, not at Dollar Tree. So this is a Target. Yeah, this is a Target composition book. And I think all the others, this one was from, the grid one is from Office Depot. The pink is Dollar Tree. The green is Dollar Tree. The yellow is Target. So yeah. That is all that I have to show you as far as planning and budget and all that. And let me know how you guys plan, how you guys budget. I'm probably going to put some stickers or something in here. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'll put some stickers in that pocket. But yeah, let me know how you guys plan, how you do your budget, how you organize yourself, how you TT over here is so loud. She has her headphones on too loud. She can't hear herself. She was talking to me earlier so loud. Anyway, so I don't have a pin loop. That's the only thing I'm missing. So what I'm going to do is just stick my pin onto the band that goes across. I was debating about making a pin loop out of the Gorilla Tape, and I still might do that, but I think I'd rather find some pretty duct tape that has a pattern to it. I also was considering using one of my bands. I have these bands, so it goes on your planner or your notebook. It can go either way depending on how big your planner is, and it has a little pin loop on it. This is my Pac-Man one. I love Pac-Man. And this one is from Smash K and Company Smash. And this allows you to carry 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different pins. I might use this one because it matches. So maybe we'll use this one. Let's put it on and see. And this one won't stretch as badly out of shape as the Pac-Man one, because the Pac-Man one is so thin. And then it has little loops here. So you can put however many pins. I just want to show you, I'm not going to carry all of these. I don't know if it'll fit a marker. Will it? Ooh, the marker's kind of pushing it. Let's see, I don't have any other. Oh yeah, I have a Sharpie. Let's stick that in there. And I have a couple highlighters. I do like highlighters. I have a very fine point pen. And I have a white pen that I can use if I put colored paper inside of my planner. I can write on it with a white pen. So there, you can have pins on your planner if you wish. I wouldn't carry a planner with pins like that on it. just because they'll probably fall off, or at least I would think they would fall off. So, this pen is my planner pen, and this pen is my, nope, opposite. This pen is my planner pen, the silver is planner pen, and this bluish one, it came in a 2-pack, and I love this because I like color coding stuff sometimes, so it has the black, green, blue, and red, but that pen goes in this little notebook that stays in my purse. This is a little catch-all notebook that I got from, where'd I get this? Staples, and it just has random things in it to remind me, and I cut down some, what do you call those, oh shoot, oh god, I can't think of the name. Anyway, I cut them down, the colored ones, and they're in there. But yeah, that's just on-the-go notes, because if it's in my purse, this obviously does not fit in my purse. I have a planner bag that all my planner stuff stays in. All my currently being used planner stuff, rather. So, I want to show you my view that I've been looking at. I'm in a cubby here at the library. I want to show you my view. This is what I've been looking at. There's a creek. There's a creek down there. And it's hard for you to see it, but there's a creek. And it's really a nice view to be looking at for the last few hours, because we've been here for a long time. So anyway, they're getting ready to close in about 15 minutes, so I'm going to pack up and go. And I will see those that are coming to the meetup in Montgomery.
Thanks for tuning in to another video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, the gray bell, options, all, and okay.